career fought in Brazil. As we do the Bioblast on Giovanni Andrade. Again, he has fought some top competition, won his last 4 fights, but all in Brazil. Again, when he fights in the United States, not as much success against the higher level. Outside of his native Brazil, he is 2-11. Guillermo Rigondeaux, 28 years old, 5'5", 122 pounds. He is a junior featherweight, the incredible amateur record, one of the most accomplished amateurs in the history of boxing. As you heard Claudia Trejo report, he had the Cuban government not kept him off that last Olympic team in 2008, suspending him for trying to defect, allegedly. He may have become a 3-time Olympic champion, tying the all-time mark. So banned from the Cuban boxing team in 2007. He thought he had no choice. His car was taken away, and he left his wife and his 2 sons in Cuba. Very difficult situation for him. Let's go to the fight plan. Teddy Atlas has that.
The summer's coming to an end, but a great career is just getting started. One of the great amateurs of all time, 2-time gold medalist from Cuba, Rigondeaux, is stepping up into 10-round status in only his 3rd pro fight. We're going to see whether or not he can handle that. We're going to look at it in the fight plan. Talking about stepping up, Brian Kenny, you came down from Bristol, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Left the air conditioning. Thank you.
There's a lot of sun down here. I didn't notice.
You caught some of it.
Very strong down here, Teddy. Out of the AC.
Well, it's good to have you here.
Good, thanks, man.
You're going to play Andrade. I'm going to play Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux's a southpaw. All his power, Brian, comes with the left hand. That's what he's got to worry about. Now, I notice with Andrade, what he likes to do is he gets a little wild with that right hand. Now, right hands work against southpaws, but he throws a loop and run. And he's going to loop in with that. So I think what Rigondeaux has to do, he's going to step back and invite him to get wild. He's going to jab, step back, invite him to get wild a little. Then underneath, bang, left uppercut. He loves that punch. Or step back, maybe, bang, straight left hand. Either way, Rigondeaux, the left hand, little counter punching, and it's going to be an Indian summer. Never-ending summer. The sun always shining for Rigondeaux. A big win. All right, now, how is Andrade going to bring the sun down on Rigondeaux? Let's find out right now. Brian, you're going to play that great amateur, won 2 gold medals. He's a southpaw. You're in that stance. Now, when you fight Rigondeaux, all you have to worry about is that left hand. That's where all the danger, all the power comes from. He just pours with the jab, window dressing. So if I'm Andrade, I want to move to my left, away from that power punch, and then every once in a while, bang, jump in when you don't expect it with that looping right hand that you have, and it can work against the southpaw. If Andrade does that, well, it'll be Rigondeaux who needs sunscreen instead of you.
You're saying Saul was safe in his job?
So you're okay. He is going back to air conditioning, and he can't wait.
I like the air conditioning.
Not true. I'd rather be here with you, Teddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's nice to have you here with me.
And it's great to be here and get to see world-class boxing right here on Friday Night Fights. Guillermo Rigondeaux now ready to get into the ring with Giovanni Andrade. Sam Burgos is our referee.
Los puños aquí van a estar bien, ¿ok? ¿Alguna pregunta? ¿Alguna pregunta? Punch it right here is going to be okay. It's going to be legal. All right, touch him up, come on the bell. Vamos, okay.
You see Freddie Roach there, first time in the ring with Guillermo Rigondeaux. As you see, the Tecate ring experience, and for this, we did the right thing here, Teddy. We didn't just put, you know, a couple of pro fights. Let's put them all in 247 amateur fights, because Andrade very experienced as a pro, but again, almost all in Brazil, has lost most of his fights here in the U.S., and Rigondeaux has fought the world's best consistently and beaten them consistently. We're underway.
And Andrade has been knocked out 3 times in his last 9 fights, and all of Andrade's wins have come against a low level of opposition. All his losses when he steps up to a good or even decent level of fighter. He is in with at least a good, if not terrific level of fighter in Rigondeaux tonight.
First 10-rounder for Guillermo Rigondeaux. He comes out with some purpose and force.
And maybe the most important thing that I can note here early is that A, Rigondeaux, very good body puncher, and B, Andrade has been knocked out by body punches before. Not only knocked out, he has given up. He has submitted in a fight where he was caught to the body. So difficult waters in front of him for Andrade.
Guillermo Rigondeaux very calm. You see his eyes. He's assessing, and then he pounces. When he gets his man hurt, it's usually over.
Well, he's going to get a chance to counterpunch here, Rigondeaux. Sometimes with certain kind of fighters, they stay on the outside. They don't give you a chance to counter. Andrade, his style, he's a little awkward. He'll move a little bit, and then all of a sudden he'll jump up or jump in with a looping right hand and leave himself a little exposed. I think that's what Rigondeaux is going to look for. That moment when Andrade jumps in a little bit and leaves himself a little available.
Andrade, I guess, doesn't like some of the tactics from Rigondeaux. He's been cuffed in the back of the head. Perhaps he's been hit at the belt. He said if he can get him into the later rounds, then it'll get interesting. But he also said, look, if he doesn't take me out early. So he also knows who he is in with, that he might get taken out early.
And again, Andrade, not a very conventional fighter. He'll move a little bit. You know, he'll throw a little bit awkwardly, unorthodoxly. And most importantly, when Andrade does throw, he will leave openings. He will leave holes. And as we've been talking about, Rigondeaux, that is his forte, to fill those holes.
Andrade, by the way, came in overweight, came in 126 pounds. He was supposed to be 122. The Rigondeaux camp made him lose some of that weight, but when he got within 2 pounds, they thought, all right, he made an effort. We're good. We just really want this fight. They're not going to be able to take 600 grand out of his pocket the way Floyd Mayweather is losing his money.
And again, you can see Rigondeaux, his temperament, it shows. He's a careful guy, he's a thoughtful guy, and he's a guy who's looking for counterpunch opportunities whenever he can get them.
Crazy uppercut by Andrade, but he's trying, and he just got through the first round against the two-time world champion and two-time Olympic gold medalist. Rigondeaux now goes into his corner with Freddie Roach, who he is living with in Los Angeles. Rigondeaux opts to stand, it seems.
Okay.
Not only is he living with Freddie Roach in L.A. in his apartment, Teddy, he cooks breakfast for Freddie Roach. Let's listen in.
Body, head, okay? Take your time.
Yeah.
Use your face.
Can't really